So where the Mustang's concerned, I only got the top backwards. Apparently, I got the bottom correct. So I'm not sure. A little dyslexia set in, I guess. So now I'm going to see if I can soften up those decals, remove them, and get them on the right, switch sides, get them on the right side. All right, so the decals on the tail are not coming off. So it's either strip them completely and mask it off and paint it, or just leave them on backwards. And you know what? I'm just gonna leave them on backwards. Also, I realized that I had the flaps, or two-piece flaps. I didn't realize it was a top panel. So I removed those, and I've decided to, you can hear probably the paint booth going in the background. I'm going to go ahead and paint them a different shade so that we'll get a little contrast, like bare aluminum and gloss silver, just give it a little contrast there. And since I'm going kind of off the proper paint scheme, I'm just going to kind of create my own. I'm modifying the canopy, give it a red trim instead of silver, just something to make it pop. And the whole time the glare shield was actually supposed to be olive drab and tapered. So even though this is technically a particular pilot's airplane, I'm just going to go ahead and make a few changes, make it what you want it to be. And I just realized that the kill markings on the side, they won't put swastikas on anything, even the kill markings. So I just noticed that about this kit, and it's not the company's fault. They're just adhering to the rules that they want to import them. So sorry, Captain Bowl. It's just that's one reason. It's kind of an excuse not to get too worried about it. But anyway, there you go. I'm looking at the decal sheet, and all the kill markings are modified. I wonder if you can overlay one over the other and it'll make a proper thing. I think you can. Let me see if I can do that with these. Isn't this some nonsense? I mean, talk about giving in to political correctness. I mean, this is a historical aircraft, so let me see if I can find that. I think that's the one I need. Okay, they do have decals that have the swastikas on them, and ones that you have to put together. I had put these together, but they didn't quite line up. But now I find out I can just put this other one on top of it. So, given the way this model's going, I'll save that decal for something special another time. But I did manage to get most of them on there. Unfortunately, a couple of them broke off, but doesn't matter. This build is just kind of it was a 24-hour build. It's just kind of a fun build. So I'm not going to get in the weeds on this one. But it's interesting. It's good to know that Edward gave you both the politically correct ones and the regular ones. And my hand is shaking here. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Yeah, I need to tidy those up a bit. Alright, so I'm finished up with this Edward Mustang. I painted the flaps a different color on part of them to give it some contrast. And the yellow matched up fairly well, although I don't think I got one of them quite straight. But with the flaps down, it doesn't really notice so much. Painted the canopy rails red. A little trouble fitting that canopy. I'm not really sure what the deal is. If I put something wrong together in the cockpit. So anyway, unable of course to fix those stripes, but this was for our channel's 24-hour build. And again, yes, you're right, I should not have picked such a complex kit, but it is a good kit. I highly recommend it. One of the finest 148 scale P-51s out there. Figured as long as I had the yellow paint out, I might as well get started on this Auster Antarctic, but that yellow's too bright. I'm going to have to darken that some, give it more of a dark yellow look, so I'll figure something out. Alright, just a drop of red gave us the right color. We're on our way. Well, obviously I had to disassemble it, which I knew I would to get the parts painted, but they're painted now, so I just got to glue them back together when I'm done. And it's about as far as I can go with this tonight. I got to let everything harden. Tomorrow finish it off and hopefully decal it. Alright guys, take care of yourselves, and as always, model on. And now for something completely different. This fella's stopping traffic to help an injured cat walk across the road. Welcome to Florida. Thank you, Florida man. Sorry, it was a tortoise. Well, I finished the Auster, and it has wonderful decals. I was very happy with the Airfix decals. Fit could have been a little better, but it's a much older kit. Unfortunately, mine came out with a hint of wing sweep. The wings are supposed to be completely straight. It didn't quite fit that way. A little more fitting would have helped. Had to mix that paint to get something closer to what was on the box. But overall, you know, it was just a quick little day build. It took longer to paint it than it did to build it. There's a shock. Pretty straightforward. I was surprised that the skis are actually sort of an olive drab. I thought they'd be brown, but anyway, looks good on the shelf. Cute little airplane, and you know, these were actually also contract made by Taylorcraft, so it was a very popular airplane in its day. So that takes care of that, and off to the next big thing. I believe I'm going to start working on the big 1/32 scale Tamiya Korean War Mustang for the Korean War build. I will get the Mustang build out in a couple of days. Take care of yourselves. Talk to you later. And as always, model on.